We will not be taking questions today. There will be another moment for us to interact with you. Today we will just be doing the statements. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Prime Cabinet Secretary and incoming Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, senior leadership of the ministry, represented here by Madam Roslyn Jogu, the Permanent Principal Secretary for State Department for Diaspora Affairs, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, Waziri Mkuu, on your appointment as the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs of the Republic of Kenya. I have to admit, it made me very happy to see that you're the one taking over this position, because I think anybody who knows you is that you are very diplomatic in everything that you do. Your posture, the way you walk, the way you talk, and so fits in very well. The expansion of your mandate reaffirms His Excellency President William Ruto's commitment to elevating the profile of our beloved country, and a testament of His Excellency's trust in your ability to lead in this capacity. In the months that I have served, nearly 1 year, at the helm of the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, I have had the honor and privilege to advance Kenya's national interest in the international arena by enhancing strategic bilateral and multilateral partnerships, including reigniting friendships with the brotherly countries of the Global South. The ministry has also worked tirelessly to champion issues of peace and security, as well as sustainable development at the continental level in the spirit of positive Pan-Africanism. Similarly, we have worked diligently to promote Kenya's economic diplomacy, cultural diplomacy, and environmental diplomacy, as exemplified by the hosting of the successful 5th year media coordination meeting of the African Union in July of this year, and the Africa Climate Summit in September 2023. Furthermore, in line with President Ruto's recognition of the important role that Kenyans in diaspora play in our country's development, I'm proud to have led the ministry in operationalization of the State Department of Diaspora Affairs, which since its inception is working tirelessly to enhance the welfare of Kenyans in diaspora. These great achievements would not have been possible without the support of my dedicated staff at the ministry, led by a highly professional leadership team at the ministry. I'm also grateful for the support offered to me by the Directors Generals, Ambassadors and High Commissioners representing Kenyans abroad, the various heads of directorates, divisions and units, as well as ministry staff serving both locally and in our missions. I remain confident that this team will extend to you the same support they have accorded me to enable you to execute your mandate. Your Excellency, this is a very good team, and they know their stuff. And at times you are forced to listen to them because they know their stuff. But they need also some political leadership. But I have found that they have supported me very well. We have your PS today, Roslyn Jogu, who is here, has taken the mantle very well in getting the State Department of Diaspora from scratch going very well. And she's doing a very good job. And I think it's going to grow and become much better. As I was saying, I was pushing very much for, diaspora remittances are the #1, I think, foreign exchange earner currently in the country of Kenya, and they would have continued being #1, but now foreign Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife will now go back to being #1 as we continue, but you'll be a very close second as we work together in this. But the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will need to work well together. When I was out there in the world, I was able to interact with many people, and we realized the gaps that we have. And as you know, the President has given me a very strong task to bring back tourism to where it was as a #1 foreign exchange earner, and to come from #4 back to #1 so that it can help with the GDP. So as we work together, I'll be counting a lot on working with you. And please, I know a few games that I've been able to see during my tenure of 1 year, and I'll be able to give you a few tips at any time. so we can be able to share ideas, and I'll be coming also to you for advice because we've been in government for a very long time. As I said the other day, that I have to admit I'm quite pleased to be in the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, not only because the animals get now to know me and to see me closely, but also because I feel that we are contributing to, as members of a team that is scoring for the people of Kenya. As I was telling His Excellency the President the other day that mimi nilikuwa nacheza left wing nikiwa foreign affairs. Now he has moved me to play on the right wing. Wewe ulikuwa unacheza center forward midfield. Sasa umekuwa striker. Sasa mimi nikiwa pande ile, I'll be feeding the balls to you and Rigathi Gachagua and the president. Kazi yenyu ni kupiga head na kutwanga ingie ndani. You know, and so we'll be working together because at the end of the day it's all of us to be able to score for the people of this country. So welcome to the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Alfred Mutua. He said that I walk diplomatically, I talk diplomatically, lakini yeye anaongea chap chap. So, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First of all, let me just take this opportunity to welcome you to the railways. This is a heritage premises for the people of Kenya, and I hope you'll enjoy the gardens of these premises. Let me take this opportunity to thank members of the press for honoring our invitation to this handing over ceremony. May I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto for the confidence he has in me in bestowing upon me additional responsibilities as the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. It is also my pleasure to welcome officers from the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs and request that you feel at home. For all of us, the principle and practice is whole of government. As I take over this ministry, I am fully aware of the significance of my dual role as the Prime Cabinet Secretary and as the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. The two portfolios complement each other appropriately in Kenya's social, economic, political, and security transformational agenda. I have been briefed extensively by my colleague, Dr. Alfred Mutua, on the place and conduct of Kenya's diplomacy, as well as the status of our foreign policy orientation, which underpins our engagements with the rest of the world. I therefore wish Dr. Mutua every success in his new assignment as Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife. Meanwhile, it is important to understand that Kenya's foreign policy is an indispensable component in advancing the country's economic growth and development agenda. Our foreign policy will therefore remain anchored and fully aligned to the implementation of His Excellency the President's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, better. Accordingly, as the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, I will advance Kenya's regional and global national interests consistent with the principles and objectives that define our foreign policy under the guidance of Kenya's Chief Diplomat, His Excellency the President. I will seek to leverage Kenya's position as an anchor state and a guarantor of regional peace and security to advance purposeful regional integration and peaceful coexistence. Likewise, I will use my new platform to pursue the purpose of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and other regional economic blocs. In other words, we are going to intensify Kenya's economic diplomacy. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to speak to two planks of our diplomacy going forward. The first matter is diaspora. The transformative engagement with Kenya's diaspora will be guided by our commitment that the diaspora is more than just remittances. Kenyans outside our shores should enjoy their fundamental rights and protection by the government of Kenya as they pursue their goals and aspirations within the confines of the laws of host nations. We therefore will not relent in our efforts to ensure that Kenyans are treated with dignity, respect, and in accordance with the rule of law wherever they are, and that they get opportunities they deserve. On this matter, we commit that whenever any Kenyan national abroad is in distress, we will not hesitate. We shall deploy our diplomatic tools to ensure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the second issue is about our international obligations. It is time we accept that to be African is to have global responsibility. I repeat, it is time to accept to be African, it is for us to have global responsibility. In this regard, Kenya will continue honoring our international obligations consistent with the foreign policy guidance of His Excellency the President and also in accordance with our constitutional provisions. Indeed, our fidelity to a rules-based international order will remain firm. For us, the principles and objectives of the United Nations Charter are sacrosanct and offer the best safeguards for all nations, big or small, weak or strong. Kenyans should have the comfort of knowing that as a player in the international relations, Kenya has the structure and instruments for resolving any disputes in a manner that protects lives, property, and the freedoms. We believe, and our conduct in global affairs reinforces our confidence, pride, and dignity as a people. This is because we have built a republic that continues to win the respect of our peers globally. And this has allowed us to play a more constructive part in the councils and organized activities of humankind. With the support of the talented and professional Foreign Service Officer Corps in this ministry, I shall promote, protect, and project Kenya's interests globally from the bottom up. This will entail a new focus of digital diplomacy, where we transact in real time, engage with the national, regional, and global audiences, and promote Kenya's interests and values in the conduct of our foreign policy. I would speak more, but allow me to retreat to digest voluminous briefs presented to me by my predecessor, Dr. Alfred Mutua. We shall then have an opportunity in the coming weeks to hold a question and answer session, and thank you so much for your kind attention. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much.